Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're going to go ahead and do a quick little comparison between the OnePlus 8 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S20. Now, the Galaxy S20 has been out for a minute now, and there's actually a lot of similarities between the OnePlus 8 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S20. Now, one thing I will tell you though is that the S20 has gone down in prices quite a bit. It's not at that full, that $1,000 price tag it was at before. It's now, on Amazon it's selling for about $700 and something, which is pretty crazy, and that's still cheaper than a brand new base model OnePlus 8 Pro, and I'd probably recommend you to pick that up, the S20, over the OnePlus 8 Pro for that price tag. So I will leave a link to the S20 on Amazon if you want to pick one up from there and help to support your channel at the same time and help support the boy. Now, the OnePlus 8 Pro, some major changes have happened to it since the first, even the OnePlus 7 Pro, who knows, Now, looking on the front, they both look kind of the same. The 8 Pro looks more like a Galaxy S10 or the S10 Plus, which is so funny. On the front, the Galaxy S20 has that 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED display. It is a 1440p display. It's super nice. It's probably one of my favorite displays out there. It has that 120Hz refresh rate too, which is really cool. The OnePlus 8 Pro though has that 6.78-inch 1440p display, and that one is also Fluid AMOLED, and you still have that 120Hz refresh rate on that display as well, which is really nice. So you have that 120Hz refresh rate on both displays, and based off OnePlus's keynote, they kind of said that the OnePlus 8 Pro has a better display and has the best display out of any smartphone. I will have to get it and test it in order to see that further. I really don't know. I mean, based off what they were showing us, it looks good, but once I get my hands on it, I'll do a full comparison between them, so don't even worry about it. In terms of everything else on the outside, they both kind of have the same exact kind of setup, even on the back. Obviously, the cameras are in different places, but you have that triple camera setup on the Samsung Galaxy S20, where you have a quadruple camera setup on the OnePlus 8 Pro. Now, the S20, you have a 12 megapixel wide-angle lens, 64 megapixel telephoto lens, and then a 12 megapixel ultra-wide sensor. The OnePlus 8 Pro, we have a 48 megapixel wide-angle lens, 8 megapixel telephoto lens, 48 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, then a 5 megapixel depth lens. Now, what I can tell you is that both phones can shoot 4K at 60 and all that crazy stuff, but the Samsung Galaxy S20 has that capability of shooting 8K videos, which is insane. That's a feature that not a lot of phones and not a lot of cameras even have that capability of doing. So that is a really, really awesome thing for the Samsung Galaxy S20. It's not a deal breaker, I don't think, for sure for the OnePlus 8 Pro, but it would have been really cool if they were able to put that in there. And considering the fact that the OnePlus 8 Pro, the top tier model, is still selling for quite a bit of money. There's only one model, the S20, which is the 128GB model. The top tier model of the OnePlus 8 Pro is $999. The base model is $899. So that's still a lot of money to pay for a phone. And to skimp out on something like that is kind of weird. But it's not really a skimp out because it's still a pretty major feature. They'll probably end up putting it on the next version, but that pretty much covers it up in the cameras. Now, hitting on the software, the OnePlus 8 Pro has that Oxygen OS, which is really cool. I love that a lot. That is something that I really, really do like. The Samsung Galaxy S20 has One UI, and I don't really know. I mean, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. It's cool, but it's not cool at the same time. So what I'll tell you is Oxygen OS has my heart for sure. So in terms of software, I'll definitely side with the OnePlus 8 Pro. In terms of the performance, we have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 chipset on both devices. We have octa-core CPUs. We have Adreno 650 GPUs. Now, the Samsung Galaxy S20 has 8 gigs of RAM, where the OnePlus 8 Pro has that 8 gig of RAM option, but also has that top tier 12 gig of RAM option. So if you side for that top tier option for the OnePlus 8 Pro, you're actually going to be getting more RAM, which is actually really, really cool. So not a deal breaker for sure, but that is something to kind of consider. If you're having to buy a brand new device of either or, you're probably going to get a better spec phone from a OnePlus 8 Pro than a brand new Samsung Galaxy S20. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. But in terms of performance, they both will probably be the same, but the OnePlus 8 Pro might be a little bit better when it comes down to the performance. Who knows, But I'll go ahead and have to test it further to see. And once I get my hands on it, I'll go ahead and test it for you guys. Now, ending it off with the battery life, the Samsung Galaxy S20 has a 4,000 mAh battery. The OnePlus 8 Pro has a 4,510 mAh battery. And cool enough, both phones support wireless charging, which is really cool. And as far as I know, they both support reverse wireless charging, but I didn't hear OnePlus talk about it, so maybe that's a faulty thing this website put on their thing. But I would imagine that the OnePlus 8 Pro might have the better battery life just because it is the bigger battery. They both have the 120Hz refresh rate, which is really cool too. So again, we'll have to test it further to see, but that's kind of the size of the batteries that we're at. Now, what I would tell you though is, like I said earlier, if you have to get one device, I would recommend picking up that Samsung Galaxy S20 that's on Amazon. It's cheaper than the OnePlus 8 Pro. It's cheaper than a brand new Samsung Galaxy S20, and it's still a super great device for that specific price. But the OnePlus 8 Pro is still a very good phone too. Once I get my hands on it and test it, I'll let you guys know how it is. But I'm pretty sure the OnePlus 8 Pro is going to be a very, very killer device as far as I know. So that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys to check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.